Good morning. It is Saturday, May 8th, and it is a storm chase day. First one for me for 2021. If you watched my video that I just posted a couple days ago about why I don't chase as much anymore, you'll know that I mentioned that I didn't like the fact that I don't get to chase with my friends as much last year, and that had to be kind of the right scenario for me to head out. Well, today is one of those days. I'm chasing with my good friend Michael. We both recently got our second shots, so I feel like we can chase together and not have any sort of health or medical, fallout for either of us or anyone else out there. So that is a nice change. The setup today is not a slam dunk by any means. I know a lot of people are passing on it, which I don't blame them. It's fine. But it's a weekend, and I don't have a ton of availability, and neither does Michael. So we kind of can't afford to be picky. So we're going to give it a shot here. It looks like western to central Kansas. There's a triple point that's setting up somewhere around there. I think we're targeting Nest City to start. But I think storms are going to go up, early this afternoon, maybe around like 2 or 3. And then the hope is that as they move further northeast, that they will kind of encounter some better moisture. Bring those bases down a little bit, and then if there is a chance for a tornado, that might be the time, kind of like right around 0Z. So that's my hope. Again, definitely not a slam dunk setup by any means, but again, we're going to go after it today because, hey, it's a Saturday and it's May, right? Isn't the saying, if it's May, you chase? I don't live by that saying. I do not live by that saying. I don't care if it's May or not. So anyways, I'm going to get on the road here once I get packed up. And, I will update again once we get kind of on the road. All right. I am here at our top secret meeting point. I won't reveal the location. We've been meeting here for a decade. So I'm just waiting for Michael. And I've been looking at some of the forecast stuff for today just to see... I think there's a big question about the moisture coming back north to the target area and how good it's going to be. And based on the surface obs I've looked at so far, again, it's early, but I was hoping to see some higher dew points coming in, and they're not yet. So that's somewhat of concern. But again, it's early, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it throughout the day. Just waiting for Michael to get here, and then we're going to head out to Kansas. Area that we've been kind of focusing on, kind of here on the dry line and the triple point. So, it's nice to see that stuff bubbling up and starting to look like storms should be here pretty soon. There is a mesoscale discussion out. We're just right on the edge of it. It goes to our east too. So, again, that's the way storms are going to go. So, it makes sense. But, I think we're in a good spot. We're just going to sit here and wait a little bit longer to see if this stuff gets a little more robust and maybe turns into our first storm of the day. So that's what we are watching.
The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 153, effective until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Kansas: Martin, Ellis, Ness, Pawnee, Rooks, Rush, Russell, and Trego.
Trego.
A severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable
Interesting,
for
it
the
only went
development
up to
of severe
Trego.
weather,
I wonder if
including large hail and damaging winds in and
I wonder
close
if
to
they're
the
just going
watch
to do
area.
another one once they see
While severe weather
what's
may not be
happening.
imminent.
This might do alright. hell yeah.
And the dew point was 57, with a relative humidity 39%. The wind was out at 22 miles per hour, gusting to 31. The barometric pressure was...
You need to go maybe up to that top of that hill.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Either way, whatever.
Ranged from partly sunny to cloudy. It was 71 at Goodland, 83 at Great Bend, 86 at Hill City.
Oh, nice. So, it's intensifying. That's sweet. Yeah. The sun rays going. I know. Hours. That's so cool. The shot. Oh, that's sick. So, where's the mic? It's got. Well, so it's got this.
So, we have moved a little bit further east. We are south of a little town called Nakoma, Kansas. And the first storm right here is got a pretty good base. No real precip coming out of it yet, and it's not reflecting on radar, but it looks good. There's been some cloud-to-cloud lightning with it too. And then the storm that I showed you further away is the severe warm storm to our southwest right now. And it looks really good on radar, but doesn't look as good visually. So I think we're in a good spot here where we're kind of just looking at both to see, which one's going to be the one worth sort of either following or waiting for. So that's where we are right now, near Nemoka, Kansas. So we have adjusted again. We have storms that are splitting, so I'm going to kind of try to turn the camera around and show you kind of what we're looking at here. So we've got kind of 4 storms, I guess. So we had 2 main storms, but they both split. So now there's 4 cells. So there's our northernmost storm right there. And then here's the one that we think is the best. This is kind of the middle one. And then if you look back, there is storm 3, and then over this way would be where storm number 4 was, but it is now dissipated, pretty much gone out. So we like this middle storm here. So this is the one that we're kind of just keeping an eye on. But the one back this way, further to our west, is not dead yet, so we're keeping an eye on that as well. Anyways, and this storm, the furthest storm up here to the north, we don't really think has much chance either. So again, we're trying to really key in on this one here, and that's what we're closest to too. So that's where we're at. Well, things have gotten a little messy down here. We are still kind of on the main cell that's right in the area, but it's gotten really disorganized, and oddly they have just added a tornado watch 2 points east of here. So if you let me point the camera around, there are some new sort of cells popping up to our west, so we're going to go back west to give these kind of maybe our last shot of the day. So let me swing the camera around. They are off back over there. So we're going to go back west, give them a look, and yeah, we'll see. This might be the last kind of hurrah for the day, but it's been a good day. So we're here at the Sonic in Hayes, having dinner before we head home. I always feel like the Sonic is like the good consolation prize when you don't see a tornado. But why won't this thing turn around? Oh, there we go.
Yep. So I got my ocean water, and there's also a sand volleyball court at the Sonic. just
Makes no sense.
I don't get it, but okay. Well, this is probably like the poppin' place, like in the summer. Sonic drive-through. Go play some sand volleyball. Dude, it's even got lights too. It's like lit up court. So, yeah, but I think overall the day probably went exactly as expected. You know, obviously you hope kind of for that little surprise in there, but anyways, I'm happy. It was nice to get out with friends and take some photos and shoot some video. So, all good with me, but we're gonna hit I-70 and head home.
It looks like being perfect for him.
Time lapse here. So get started right with the nice big old Sonic.
Dude, it's over, man. Take the trailer down.
Exactly.
It's over.